Hello, how's it going, champs? Thanks for being there. This is The World, Maldini, your channel. We are going to analyze what this victory of Barca has been. 1-0 against Rayo Vallecano, which places them as leaders by goal difference. Barca has beaten Rayo. A good Rayo Vallecano. This is the penalty goal by Robert Lewandowski. I want to analyze many things from a match that has just ended. Tomorrow we will have, of course, all the information about the champions, etc., etc. In fact, you already have the video of the champions' predictions, but let's focus on this Barca victory. Very important. Barca regains a leadership. It lost several weeks ago in a league that is very tight, indeed. I believe the victory is fair for Barca, although there has been controversy and we are going to discuss it. Barca has had very good stretches of play and worse stretches of play. They slowed down in the second half. Rayo played a good match. They created chances, had one from Frutos, even to equalize in the final stretch. But I think Barca's victory is fair, with some nuances that I want to comment on, and I want to analyze quite a few things, because I believe it's a key moment of the season for Barca. You have that video I made for you this afternoon, saying that for me, Barca is the team that plays the best, that has the best peaks of football in Europe. I say it like that, I say it clearly. Today they didn't play their best match, but even so, they are once again the leader of the league due to goal difference in a match that had many things to analyze. And certainly, the man of the match, once again, in fact, they gave him the MVP, once again is the one here alongside Rafinha, which is Pedri. It wasn't the scandalous performance of other days, but even so, he played a great match. Pedri, he managed the timing of the match, had a couple of interior passes. One, for example, magnificent to Rafinha in the first half. He knew how to read the game, held onto the ball, and once again played a great match. For me, Pedri is the best midfielder in the world right now. I say it like that. For me, Pedri is the best midfielder in the world at this moment. Let's analyze all that and much more. Come on, let's go. Well, friends of the world, Maldini, you already know that we sponsor the city of Ceuta, which is spectacular. I'm here at the statue of Hercules, one of those you find when entering the city. And well, a tribute to mythology. Of course, for this city, wherever you go, it has amazing things. You have to visit Ceuta. I truly tell you, it will thrill you. It will surprise you. You will love it. Let's talk about the match. Well, as you know, we are ambassadors of Ceuta and of Ceuta. And of course, we have, having seen this about Ceuta, it's a city you must visit. Well, Robert Lewandowski has scored again. He scored from a penalty in a match that didn't seem like much, Robert Lewandowski. But I want to analyze all that, and we are going to analyze the controversial plays. There have been two, though there was the penalty, which means the goal and a disallowed goal in the first half for Rayo Vallecano. I want to analyze both. Let's first look at the starting 11, friends of the world. Maldini, now we'll also get into that. The match has left a lot. I insist. I liked it quite a bit. Rayo, quite a lot from Rayo. I'm not surprised they were in the European zone and are doing a great job. Iñigo, certainly. Szczesny in Barca's goal with Ford, who played today and was quite good. He got quite involved in the attack in several plays, especially in the first half. Then Koundé came in, Cubarsí with Iñigo Martinez and with Vallecano, going quite a bit from more to less. Vallecano, De Jong and Pedri. I want to talk about De Jong. I will also talk about Pedri. I've already mentioned that he was the best of the match, but I want to talk about De Jong and the great form of De Jong, who has often made this move coming from the centre-backs. Tomorrow, let's see if there's time to do the part with the ratings. I want to make a video report for White Scouts because De Jong's movement coming out from the centre-backs has been very important for Barca. And it's something that Casado, logically, doesn't handle as well. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that he's winning the spot. Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Gavi, and Robert Lewandowski have been the teams. Then Dani Olmo came in, who, by the way, made a magnificent play. More and more minutes for Dani Olmo. There have been more changes. Well, there have been several changes from Barca to secure this result, which was extremely important. Battle in Rayo's goal with Radiu. Very good match from Radiu. Very good season from Radiu. Leyen, Mumin, and Chavaria. Ciss, who was key in the penalty play, we'll see it later. Well, he's the one who actually does it. Pedri Diaz with De Frutos, Álvaro García, De Frutos coming from the right. I like the match from De Frutos, Álvaro García. Isi Palazón and Enteka were in the starting 11 for this Rayo Vallecano, which I think deserves applause. I believe we should applaud Rayo's season so far, what the team is doing, and the level that this Rayo Vallecano is showing. But logically, today they were outplayed by Barca. There were more periods where Barca was superior than periods where Rayo got into the game. In fact, the final stretch of the first half, I quite liked Rayo. That final stretch of the first half, I think Rayo was quite good. Then, in the second half, Rayo's level dropped a bit, and Barca gradually became more comfortable. Although it's true that with a 1-0 scoreline, they were never completely at ease. They had a very clear play at the end, with a play where they couldn't finish, because I think they jumped poorly, and they jumped very forcefully, already very strained. But a very brave Rayo, A very brave Rayo that pushed the defense forward a lot. There we have Gavi, a key player, Iñigo, who has been fundamental. Pedri, of course, in the middle of the match. Robert Lewandowski, the goal scorer. I say that Rayo is a brave team with good high pressure and a very advanced defense. So we have seen many stretches of games with two teams in which the stakes were very low. Space. They played in very little space, which is what we saw from both teams. And that logically made for a match in which it was not easy to play. And the enormous talent of Pedri emerged to play in tight spaces. When there are few meters, when there is a lot of difficulty, Pedri's talent appears to organize the team. And that has been the best of Barca. I like Lamine Yamal. He had several good moments, good ones. Some good dribbles in the area, good ones. He had a very clear chance already with a 1-0 before the end of the first half. That could have been 2-0. He had a chance very late, had some dribbles. It wasn't the best match for me from Lamine Yamal, but he was good. I think he was quite good. Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, somewhat more discreet, had a couple of chances. One that he missed in a way. I think almost disastrously. I liked Gavi also, as always, with a lot of work and pressing. And that is fundamental for Barca, which had moments of high pressing, very good ones. But as I said, both teams with a very advanced defense, very advanced. In fact, in the last moments of the match, Barca risks until Barca is winning 1-0 in the 89th minute and continues to push the defense very high. The chance that Rayo had was because they caught Barca's defense so far forward. Minuto 62 Barca wants to play like this. Flick wants to play like this. He does it, and certainly has no problem taking extreme risks. Let's go with the controversial plays too. Dani Olmo did very well when he came in near the attacking midfield there. And as I said, a quite complicated match, very well followed, Lamine calling on the right. And a victory for me, fair for Barca, with good peaks of football, as Barca always does, without total continuity in the match, but with good peaks of football from Barca. And I think this team is recovering. Certainly, the essence of the game, the high pressing, the speed and circulation. And today, logically, Anton, a rival like the King, who left space behind the defense, logically, Barca has done quite a bit of damage. I already said that Pedri's performance has been, once again, a true spectacle. It's really a pleasure to watch him play. I think there is no midfielder in the world right now at Pedri's level. With the game reading that he has, I think there isn't anyone like him, and he is being decisive match after match for Barca. Well, the two controversial plays to finish the video, friends of Mundo Maldini, which have obviously been decisive. The first one is here. We are going to see it quickly. We are going to see it here. The first one is the penalty. To me, it seems like a clear penalty. It seems to me that it's a clear penalty. I think the ball flies. It's true that I think it's an absurd penalty because the ball, I think Stig makes a mistake because that ball was very clearly going to Batalla. But the fact that the ball was very clearly going to Batalla doesn't mean that he didn't commit a penalty on the Iñigo Martinez. It's very similar to the one they did to Koundé in Getafe, which wasn't called. It seems to me that it is a very clear grab of Ciss to Iñigo Martinez on a ball that is in flight. And I think Ciss miscalculates and commits a very clear penalty, a VAR penalty. And here we have to me it seems very clear. Let's see another picture. But to me, it seems that the penalty that decides the match is clear. I think the penalty is clear, and I believe here it is. Here we see the grab. The penalty is clear, as Ciss is grabbing there. Iñigo Martinez, who wouldn't have reached that ball because Batalla had cleared it or was going to clear it. Batalla, but the ball is in play. And that's not Iñigo Martinez's fault. Here we see it. It's clear that Batalla is going to clear that ball and reaches that ball. A very serious error, you say. But it results in a penalty and then a play that is quite clear. Quite clear, honestly. I mean, this is position plus influence. Goal. Disallowed for the Frutos. Well, Enteca is offside. There is no doubt. Here you have it. Here you have Enteca and the ball that goes towards the area. And you will see in the next image how here, focus on Enteca and Iñigo Martinez. Next image, clearly. Clearly, Enteca is obstructing Iñigo Martinez's run. In fact, he even uses his backside right there, not his back. And how is he not going to participate? Of course, he participates. He is forcing, he is preventing Iñigo Martinez from defending. I mean, the offside by Enteca is very clear. Of course, there's no doubt about the position, and it's position plus influence. He got it right, in my opinion. In the two controversial plays, the referee, clear penalty on Iñigo Martinez. Robert Lewandowski's goal, and a very clear offside by Enteca. because it's position plus influence, because it prevents defending. Iñigo Martinez, who was involved in both plays, by the way. Anyway, Barca is the leader, 1-0 against Rayo Vallecano, who played a very good match and showed why they are fighting for the European spots. A hug by